ever think about how you can't have the good without the bad? No matter how bad bad is. Something I've been thinking of a lot lately, and even more so this morning, is life is full of ups and downs. We can gloss over the hard times and pretend that they're not there, but what do we get out of that? Isn't it more beneficial to our souls and our growing to recognize that and talk about it, no matter how much it hurts? I think so. It's finally gotten cold here in Georgia. Last night I looked at the weather and the forecast was for a cold 40-degree night. That's pretty cold. That's the coldest it's been yet. And then later on in the afternoon, evening hours, I found out that we were expecting a chance of frost. Yeah, totally unexpected for that, for this time of year. It's usually much later in October that we expect that. So I did my best to bring in all my succulents and aloe and tender things, houseplants, you know. But I, in no way, shape, or form could cover this sugarcane. And I didn't have time to harvest it. So I took the risk of leaving it and hoping that we wouldn't get a frost. As you can see, from the sugarcane, the squash, the peppers, those are all tender things that would have been hurt. We did not get a frost. We got really lucky and our plants will survive. Yes. It's not always the case in gardening and farming. You don't always get that lucky. Sometimes you do. And I think a lot of that can be transferred over into life in general. There are hard times in life and there are good times in life, but it's all the whole picture that makes the life worth living. I think that social media has a lot of benefits to it because you stay more connected to people, but it also can be kind of trying at times because you see people's grief too. I've been watching some friends of mine struggle through some pain that this month has brought them through family that they've lost. And one of my friends just lost her mother, and I see the pain and I want to reach out and I want to reach through the walls of the internet, but there's really no way I can do that, especially when they're in another country. It makes it even harder. And I'm a very empathetic person, an empath if you will. So I feel their pain, I see it, and I take it on as a personal suffering, you know. Not that I try to, not that I want to suffer with them, but I can't help but feel what they feel. I feel what other people feel. It's a curse and a blessing. Yesterday was the anniversary of my pa's passing. I was trying to avoid social media because I kept on seeing memories popping up of pictures of him, and for some reason it just didn't make me happy this year. It made me sad, you know. Usually when I see pictures of him I smile, but it didn't. And I think, you know, a lot of it is because of the pain I'm seeing my friends go through. And then this morning we had another blow. A much bigger, closer to home hit that we kind of knew was coming, but we didn't expect it to be so quick. Ryan lost his grandfather. He had been battling cancer, and it just became too hard, too much. But then I also got news yesterday that my cousin, who I've been praying for immensely, who I just recently found out has a brain tumor that was supposedly inoperable. She got a second opinion. She went to Boston and got a second opinion, and she's found a neurosurgeon that will do the surgery, and she has a much better outlook on things now than just a few weeks ago. So there's always the pain and suffering and the good. You kind of have both, and you kind of have to take both in stride, and it's never easy. I also got news this past week that my friend's daughter, who's been, you know, a baby, a little girl, has been battling cancer since she was 1, and they just got news that her tumor has stopped growing. It has no growth on it, so her treatment is working. And it's hard because I want to be happy and I want to be sad, and I feel all the emotions at once. And I just keep reflecting on how you can't really predict these things, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and you don't. And you just have to be kind and good to each other and love one another no matter what. Even if you don't have the same opinion as somebody else, show them grace, show them love, because you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what they're battling, because it could be a lot more than you think. So I just want to, I don't want a sad vlog. I just want to encourage others to be good to your fellow man. No matter if you're good friends with somebody or just acquaintances on social media. If you see somebody suffering, reach out to them and let them know that you love them and that you're thinking of them and that you're praying for them. Or whatever it is that makes your heart filled with love, do that, because they need it. They need it more than you know. And if everybody were to act with love and kindness, this world would be a better place. Let's go, ladies. Come on. It's always the same ones taking up the rear. Come on, Dummy. You already had a whole bucket of food. And you're just fat, so you need to just move. You're just fat and stubborn. Go ahead, Time Daddy's coming with your babies. Everybody else is smart enough to be up at the hay. Dom's got a little bit of a limp in that front right knee. It's not hot anymore, so it's definitely getting better. She's getting MSM. I don't know if she injured it or if it's just old age, but it's getting better. Where's the third baby?
Carry all three, so he's behind me.
I don't see him. He's not following you?
Stop.
Alright, I'll go get him. You're so silly. Stop running. I got you. I got you, Corny. I got you. I'm gonna take you up to your mama. Corny is the most frisky of all the babies. He's super, super, super energetic. As a lot of you have noticed, Autumn is definitely not as energetic. We are giving her a second bottle a day now. This morning and last night, her bottle was colostrum. So I'm hoping that'll help get her the energy that she needs to thrive like her big brothers. She's not weak by any means, but she's definitely not keeping up with them. But we will make sure that she does. We will have to add 2 bottles a day to her routine to make sure that she's getting enough of mom's milk. As you can see, the boys aren't shy about taking it. She kind of shies away more than the boys. And already she looks like she's slightly smaller than her brother that was the same weight as her at birth. Oh, you finally decided to join us, fancy girl, huh? Harvest is gonna try to nurse on her. It looked like he was gonna. Hearts, you're looking so good that you're almost in regular goat mode. I'm so happy to see you looking so healthy. And I just want to say that Rosemary has always been the big round fat girl, but she is looking exceptionally large. I mean, there's got to be a baby in there, right? Gotta be. I've been feeling for babies, but I haven't felt any movement. And I don't see any change in her udder, really. So, she could be bred. And if she is, it is fluffing udders first. Looks like she's been rubbing her back on something. You always, anytime I see a patch like that, I always check for mites. Make sure there's no little creepy crawlies down at the base of the hairs. Usually mites will be found along the spine, oftentimes right above the tailbone area, or up around the eyes and ears. So always keep an eye out for that. Usually in winter we get a few mites on a few goats, but nothing severe. All right, Autumn, we want to see you run, see if that back leg is acting funny or not. Come on, little girl, give a little run. I do think she's favoring it. I don't think it's anything major. I've felt for any heat or pain. She doesn't cry out when I squeeze on the different areas along her leg. She just, come on. She's just definitely favoring it. So she may have gotten stepped on by another goat. Oh my goodness! I gave you 2 bottles this morning. I gave her her bottle of colostrum when I first came out here, and then I gave her whatever came out of Mom as her second bottle. So what we're gonna do here is keep putting her on Mom. We just keep putting her on Mom. Every time we come down here, we put her on Mom. And that's just all to help with her development and growth. See, Mom is not, she doesn't like feeding when she's feeding, so she's not being very nice about this. Yep. And you see, Autumn's not that aggressive. She doesn't, she's looking for somebody else. Somebody else nurse me. Somebody else give me some milk. Let's see, maybe Fancy Girl will let you have a nursing. Maybe she won't notice you're not her baby. No? Not gonna work? Maybe Shady. If another goat would adopt her, that would be super cool. Come on. She knows it's not her mama. She said, no, that's not my mama. That's not my mama. But she's still my sweet baby girl. I got nervous last night that she was gonna get too cold. So I came down to the barn and took her temperature, and it was a good temperature, so nothing to worry about. She's maintaining her temperature well, and she'll be okay. She's just getting a little extra low from the humans she loves so much. Oh. You're so sweet. No, you got sharp little teeth. I don't want you biting my chin. Hey Dominique, you want to adopt a baby? Nope. She says, I'm not even in milk. What are you doing? we keep pushing through. We keep moving forward, keeping our chin up, and loving people no matter what. Look what Ryan finally brought home for me. I've been asking for an outdoor sink forever, and this was being thrown away and he got it. So that'll be super awesome. I mean, we'll still have to connect a hose to it, but that's still gonna come in handy. I'm really glad that the frost didn't come last night because these peppers did not get harvested, and I definitely would like to harvest those to make some good pepper sauce for the family. And we'll get that cane chopped down. We'll just take a machete and cut it off at the base, strip the leaves, and probably replant all of it, or most of it at least. Well, I guess that's a wrap. You guys be good to one another, love one another, and just know that no matter how sucky things can seem, there's always some good still left in the world, even when it seems like it's not. Right, Ryan?
Very true.
I love you.
Love you. I just showed up.
I'm glad you did.
There's a monarch on the butterfly bush.
Get out. You know, it's said that butterflies carry the messages that we give them up into heaven. And this is the third monarch butterfly that has flown past us since Ryan showed up here. I think that says a lot. Incredible. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.
Bye.